Now to London, where there has been a huge boost for WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange in his battle to avoid extradition to the United States. London's High Court has just ruled that U.S. assurances over his case were unsatisfactory and that he would get a full appeal hearing. We're going to talk more about this with Bénédicte Paviot, who joins me now live from London. Bénédicte, what more do we know about this decision?
Well, we expected a ruling today. You can hear the cheers of the supporters. We're waiting for Stella Assange, his wife, to come out, and his defense team. But Judges Victoria Sharp and Justice Johnson have indeed ruled. And the ruling is that the WikiLeaks co-founder Julian Assange can bring a new appeal against extradition to the United States. That is the High Court ruling, which is very, very significant. The judges have granted leave to appeal on grounds 4 and 5, and they relate to the First Amendment protections in the US and freedom of expression. The other ground related to the death penalty, that was rejected. So Stella Assange will be holding a press conference in the next hour or so here in central London. This is a very clear victory for Julian Assange, who has got this new possibility now in the British judicial system to have what he had asked for and his defense team wanted, which was in legal terms called a permission to appeal. So that is a full hearing on the grounds that I just gave, and you can hear the elation from the crowd here. There have been politicians, there have been representatives from not just the National Union of Journalists here in the United Kingdom, but the International Federation of Journalists. Also, you've got Reporters Without Borders. So very many different bodies watching this ruling very carefully. That means Julian Assange, who is in Belmarsh prison and has been there for 5 years, and before that in the Ecuadorian embassy, gets to continue his appeal to not be extradited to the United States.
Bénédicte, just for people who have not been covering the story as closely as you have for the past decade, if not more, just talk us through what this long legal battle has been like for him.
Well, it's taken physically and mentally a huge toll on him. We know, and that was ruled some time ago by another British judge, that was at another court, the Old Bailey, that he is a suicide risk. So it's taken a mental toll. It's taken a toll on his family, his wife, his former lawyer, Stella Assange. They have 2 small children. But what has effectively happened is that when there was the publication, unprecedented in the world, of hundreds of thousands of confidential top military US cables revealing all kinds of information, particularly purporting to the Afghanistan and Iraq wars. This was therefore could be seen by anybody, and the US administration was absolutely furious because they said that this was really endangering the lives of their informants and people who had helped them. This was categorically denied by Julian Assange, who said that the demand by the US for extradition was politically motivated, that he was defending his work as a publisher, his work as a journalist. And that is why also this ruling has been so closely followed by not just people here in the UK, not just by journalists or politicians here in the UK, but across the world, for that universality of the US being able to reach across the world and get somebody, an Australian, a 52-year-old Australian, basically to try and get him over for espionage offences and 17 other offences, and his defence team say risk 175 years in prison. And the big worry for them was that would he get a fair trial? Clearly, the British judges have decided that the grounds on which his defence team has now successfully appealed need to be heard in a British court. So this could go. This will be examined at a later date. I think that both parties have until the 24th of May to make their submissions.
Bénédicte, thank you for that. France 24's Bénédicte Paviot.